You're the man.
I appreciate
Keep doing
that.
it for the black community.
We're
Please.
trying, man.
You're a real male figure in the community. Right?
For real?
You're a real male figure.
I'm just out here trying to collect a check.
That's what we had to.
Yeah. Get your check, get your check. Hey BG Squad, welcome to another episode of the Brandon Gonaz Show. How you feeling today? I'm hoping good, because if not, don't worry, we're gonna warm you up. But listen, we got a lot to talk about, but before we even get there, let's take a pause, let's take a break, and do the homework. And you know what that entails. We gotta make sure that we hit that subscribe button, touch that notification bell, not once, maybe twice. Joking, just make sure you hit both of them. And also follow us on all of our social media, because we produce content for you every day. And trust me, it's goodness. But let's get back to why we're here. Because this episode, we want to talk about something that everybody's talking about. And no, I'm not talking about COVID. I'm talking about real estate. I'm talking about the significant increase in home prices that has been witnessed right across this country. You know, everybody's talking about it. Some people are benefiting from it, and others are worried that maybe they are going to miss out on their dream of home ownership. You know, if you didn't know, home prices across this country, the average price has now hit a record during this pandemic. So what does that mean to you or your family? Let's go find out. It's time for your voice, for the people, by the people. We are going to be talking to people about the big topic on everybody's mind, which is real estate, home prices. It is what it is. You can't escape the conversation.
Nope.
Why? Because we all need somewhere to live. The question is, can we all afford a place to live? That's the problem.
Don't know about in this city.
Hi. Oh, thank you.
I just have to say I love you.
Oh, thank you. Do you want to be on the show?
What are you talking?
We're talking about home prices.
Home prices?
Yeah, like real estate prices. Like, what do you think about home prices in this city, across this country?
Honestly, I find it ridiculous.
Too expensive.
Yeah.
Way too expensive.
In Toronto, yeah, they are expensive.
Across this
So
country.
expensive.
Yeah.
The rent is so expensive.
Yeah, even the rent.
Too
Prices.
expensive.
Too expensive, eh?
Can't even look for nothing at this point.
You know, like it's not affordable.
Ridiculous?
Mm-hmm.
Basement dweller for life. Yeah.
Yeah, you say?
Well, yeah, I live with my grandma right now, and like I'm a nurse, and I've been saving to buy a house, and it's just not realistic.
How much have you saved?
Not enough. Like your budget that you think you've saved now goes to here.
Yeah.
So it's not even worth it.
How
Yeah.
does that make you feel?
Not very good because I work for a living,
Mm-hmm.
and I purposely went to school to make money for a living, and now I'm feeling like it's pointless.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel that I have to work more and earn more to like be here.
I have my husband and I we both work, 2-income family, and even we can't afford to buy a condo in Toronto or anywhere else. It's just too expensive.
Yeah. I feel like you're telling me that like exasperated.
I think people will be like just really working for paying mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like for like 20 years, for 30 years of their life will be just working for the mortgage. No more freedom anymore. You know, you don't have the extra money to think of like building up a startup company, you know, or like spending some money, you know, to have some entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not good. It's not a good way to live.
Do you own or do you rent right now?
I'm renting.
Do you wanna own?
I'm not buying anytime soon.
So right now I'm renting, right?
Yeah.
I live with my boyfriend, great, right? So
Relationship good though?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, don't ask me like, today. Don't ask me like, today.
Oh.
We're trying to save up or whatever, but because obviously living costs, being in the city, it's already high. Like between food, transportation, all the other stuff, and plus trying to save up and buy a house, it's kind of like. And we're realizing now, and we're realizing a good thing that's happening now is that there's more financial like classes, like, because in school they didn't teach us about taxes, this, that, and third.
None of that. They teach you about geometry.
I still want to know. You see the linear, when were we supposed to use that?
Girl, I don't even know what linear means anymore.
Like, learning about interest, stocks, and this, that, and third, like, it's grateful now, but it's like, where was it 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Because 10 years ago, we could have definitely needed for now it's like, okay, great, all these things are, but it's like
you feel you're 10 years behind.
Basically, yeah.
Now, we're from Niagara Falls.
Okay.
And we have everybody from Toronto coming down buying the houses down in Niagara Falls area. And I think our prices are up by 40% over the last 12 months.
Whew.
So homes that used to sell for like $450 are now going close to $1 million.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's get in now, or it's definitely a buyer's market down there for sure. We own our home in Niagara Falls.
So I guess this has kind of benefited you in a way.
It is definitely. I mean, we have 4 homes, so we just sold one about 2 months ago.
Can I get one?
Sure. There you go. Well, I give you an idea. We bought it 6 years ago for $600.
Yeah.
And we just sold it for $1.35.
Wow.
So big difference. Big difference. So.
Hey, cameraman Chris, you look a little different today.
Introduce yourself to the people, BA.
Yeah,
What's your name?
I'm Brandon. I'm the third Brandon on the crew, as if there weren't enough. I'm editor, and I've been shooting a lot of stuff for the network, and I'm just excited to be here.
Do you dream of buying a house yourself?
Me and my girlfriend, we probably wouldn't be able to live like in the GTA at all. Like, we've already been looking, and I think the only affordable areas have been like Kitchener, Waterloo, or like a lot of outskirt areas like Cambridge, stuff like that. Like, I don't think we'll realistically be able to afford anything in the city or nearby the GTA.
You know what you should probably do? You should ask your boss for a raise.
Maybe I should. I'll ask him right now. Can I get a raise?
It's so beautiful today.
I don't think there's any raises up there where this guy's looking.
Do you know what the average price is of a home in this country?
No.
It's now like over $700,000.
That does not surprise me.
Even
here.
higher here in Toronto.
It doesn't surprise me.
The
here.
average price in Toronto alone is more than $1 million.
Yeah, for a condo, like, no doubt, yeah.
So what are you gonna do?
But everyone's leaving the city.
Are you gonna leave as well?
No, I don't know.
But you love the city.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Do you think there's a problem going on right now?
It's a problem. Of course, it's a problem. She's a grown woman with a full-time job who can't afford to buy even a condo in Toronto.
You think the government should do something? Or are they doing anything?
Well, what can they do? I mean, there is things they can do, but if they implement those measures, would that crash the market? And if it crashes the market, what about people who just got into the market?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you jump into the market now, you have this crazy mortgage, and then, you know, the government implements measures to reduce the price of your home or homes, and now you have a mortgage that's more than the price of your home. And then when I asked her, would you move to a different city?
Yeah. She said no.
Are you gonna leave as well?
No, I don't know.
But you love the city.
Yeah. So I don't know.
The story that a lot of people are not talking about, even small towns and cities across this country are seeing crazy price increases. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just the GTA, it's all across. Hey guys, how's it going? Mind if we ask you a quick question for our show? Come on, don't be camera shy. It's nice to meet you.
You too. And I follow you, by the way. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Yeah, so when I see you leave to TV24, I'm just like, he better be doing something. He cannot just disappear. I will be very upset.
I'm trying something.
Trying something. You're doing it. You're doing it.
Nice to meet you.
Right, you too.
And what's your name? My name's Ashley. Ashley, nice to meet you. Oh, is that your sister? Yeah. What's your sister's name? Katie. Katie? Oh, that's my sister's name too. Oh, hi, Katie. Wagwan. Like long time? Well, hold on. What are you making dinner right now? Jeez, where's she at? No. I live downtown. Okay, so nice to meet you.
Oh man, I mean, people have so many questions, so many concerns about this real estate market, and everybody feels like they're afraid of missing out, potentially missing out. And I know, we want to try to answer some of those questions. So what we've done for you, okay? Listen to this. We've gathered 2 amazing real estate experts that are gonna provide the advice that you need so you can make the next big decision. It's time for Open and Honest.
Jasmine and Demetres, thank you so much for joining us on the Brandon Gonaz Show. First off, wow, I mean, what a year this last year has been. How have you guys been handling? How have you guys been coping?
Well, we were just talking about our Rogers moment on Monday and how hustling in real estate, taking care of clients and having no phone service, no data. Like, it was like a really good moment when you're driving and there was no pinging, but at the same time, it got real. As soon as you got Wi-Fi, like everything came in like overload. How was it for you, Demetres?
Same thing, like trying to negotiate a deal that day, and it was just like some people are on Rogers, some people are on Bell, and we had to like whip out all the stops to try to communicate. It's like I can't imagine trying to do this job, 10 years ago before a lot of this stuff was already in place, but it's been crazy.
Let's dive into it because we've been speaking, I don't know if you guys know, but part of our show, we actually hit the streets in your voice, and so many people are telling us that they're starting to feel left out of the market. Are you guys hearing that as well? Demetres, I'll start with you.
100%. I mean, I've had, a few agents now who we take on showings and they're just like, for what I'm approved for, Toronto doesn't have anything that I can, move in comfortably or even buy. And they're having to look at other markets.
Wow. What about you, Jasmine? What are you noticing?
So listen, I would just say, there's always opportunity. So just be prepared, right, to get into the market. And for our clients that got in last year, they are super thankful that they got in and we pushed through because their property has already increased in value.
Everybody thought COVID-19 was gonna put a hamper on prices, like bring them down because of the effect on the economy and everything like that. But you look at where prices have gone, it's been the total opposite, just all the way up. What is factoring into that? What's contributing to that, Jasmine?
Well, 2 things, key things is I've been in real estate since 2004. We've never had interest rates 1.5, 1.8, 2%. So that helps buyers because your monthly payment is much lower. Like average 4% we've been working with, now it's cut into half. So although you're paying a higher price, your monthly payments are lower. Also, inventory levels, the amount of homes on the market is half of what we had last year. And we already had a shortfall last year.
So let me ask you both. Are you busier now during COVID compared to pre-COVID?
As soon as the pandemic hit, it was a little iffy. But for the people who figured out how to maneuver the market, and I would say I'm busier than I ever have been, a lot because we're working more efficiently than we ever have been. Instead of going out to a meeting, I can crush, 3 or 4 meetings on Zoom.
Well, for myself, last year, we seen a 30% increase in our business. We were super busy. It just came first quarter. It was a little quiet last year when we were first figuring out how to move, how to work during COVID, how to protect our team and our clients. And then once they said real estate is essential, it was like nonstop real estate. That's what it's been like for us. And we were super thankful because we know other small businesses are not able to open.
So are there any buying opportunities right now? Because I think a lot of people are wondering, everything is going up drastically. If I want to get in, if I want to finally jump into the party, how do I jump in?
There's definitely opportunities, and they go into specifics. I mean, it really depends on what the client needs and what the best opportunity is for them. But I think it's important that people who are buying in the GTA, that they set their expectations. This is not buying a home in Edmonton, in some of these slower markets. It's a different process. It is normal that you're running into, multiple offers. This is a really big opportunity to build equity, to build wealth moving forward for you, your family, your kids, and you need to make it a priority. It's really easy to just throw your arms up in the air and say, okay, it's unattainable and that's it. But you need to plan ahead. Don't go talk to your mortgage broker or your real estate agent 3 months before you're ready to move. Go talk to them right now, make a plan. Maybe you need to clear up some credit. Maybe you need to save a bit more. Maybe you're ready to go and you don't even know it, but you need to plan. You need to make it a priority because this is something that you're really going to benefit from in the future.
So let's talk about first-time home buyers, young people, or maybe you're not so young. Maybe maybe people have been saving for quite some time. And I want to dive in on that process because I think for a lot of people it's confusing. So where do you begin And if you're in the GTA or in one of these expensive regions across the country, what should you actually expect?
First thing first is budget and saving. So we even have a budget because we want to help our buyers get into the market and talk about things that are not the sexiest thing to talk about. Budgeting. And you know what's crazy, Brandon? The biggest thing where people, it's food, eating out. That's what kills the savings, guys. So now with the lockdown, a lot more people are saving money because they're not going out. They're not spending on all those other variables that don't really matter as much. Knowing your credit, we do the first of the month, we do a credit challenge, pull your credit. And I'll tell you, once your credit is climbing, you're very confident, let's say, and they share it with us. We have a JLT credit challenge and we share our credits at the first of the month, the credit score. And we encourage that in our community and our age groups to talk about that because we are the generation to make the difference and have those open conversations like right now.
Jasmine, I want to jump in really quickly just to get even more information on that. So when we talk about savings, like if you want to buy a home here in the GTA where the average price is more than $1 million, how much do you need to have saved?
Okay, so 5%, and that's the thing, to get into the market is 5% down under 1 million, right? A sweet spot for first-time buyers is usually anywhere from 600 to 800,000, guys. So 5% of 800 is 40,000. You can get from your RSPs, your help with your down payment. You can talk to your family as a gift. There's so many options, guys. 5% of 800,000 purchase price is 40,000. It's doable. And then there's closing costs. And we average about 2% for closing costs. And that's what would help you with your first home purchase.
Okay, that's a good point. And I want to touch on that second point about credit score, because I think everybody has a different credit score when they look. Some people are in the 600s. Some people are in the 700s. Decent. 800s, you're laughing. So Demetri, talk to me about credit score and how important that is and where is that sweet spot?
Yeah, I would say you definitely want to get it up over the 600s. This is going to be where you talking to your mortgage professional really comes in play, and they're going to give you all your best options. But at the end of the day, like Jasmine was saying, reach out early to a real estate agent who can connect you with a good mortgage broker, or if you already have a mortgage broker, and just understand that it's free. Our service, when you reach out, we're not going to charge you for a consultation. They're going to give you free information to get you started on your path.
Okay, so if somebody is at that 40,000 mark in terms of savings, but maybe they still need a little bit more. Are there any alternative routes they can, go down in terms of getting to that sweet spot to have that down payment ready?
Well, a couple of things, right? Every client's different. Maybe they want to adjust their purchase price so that they can get in sooner. That could be an option. Maybe they can lean on some of their accessible line of credits or something like that. But our mortgage professionals will go over best options with them. Maybe they can touch on their TFSA savings. Maybe they can talk to a family member just to help with closing costs.
How much further do you guys think prices are going to go?
All right.
No, honestly, let's debate here, because we've talked to some people who've said that, listen, there could be a crash coming. Like they're looking at these prices and you're looking at the escalation and it's quite drastic. Some regions have seen a 30% increase year over year. Like some people have said that they feel like a crash is coming. So where do you think prices are going to go? Up, 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 or down, down, down? Let's get into it.
A general rule of thumb is that every 10 years, real estate was doubling. We are hyper accelerated right now. However, with rates remaining so low, as long as they're low, the prices are going to increase. Once we get to about 25,000 listing, that's when we're going to find it's going to move more into a buyer's market. But we're far from there. As of today, before our call, I checked, we're at 12,000 listings on the Toronto Real Estate Board for listings that we have right now. So we're half of what that it's going to take to turn into a buyer's market, guys. And then once they open up the doors for immigration, guess what, guys? You're going to regret if you don't buy real estate.
Demetri, I see you nodding your head. You agree?
100%. I think, the government of Canada is going to be allowing more immigrants in the next 3 years than they have since, I think it was like 1914. An astronomical amount of people are coming to the country after the pandemic, and half of them are going to land in the GTA. And I think an important thing to understand for where prices could go is when you live in Toronto or you're born in Toronto, yes, the prices seem high, but a lot of these foreign investors, people who are coming in and pouring their money into Toronto from other countries, they're looking at Toronto, comparing it to other similar cities, New York, San Francisco, Paris, France, Singapore, and we are literally the discount rack of the global, real estate market.
Are you saying we're Nordstrom? We're Nordstrom Rack? What is it? Nordstrom Rack?
We're winners. We're winners.
No,
we're winners. New York, $1,900.
Did you say we're winners?
We are winners. I'm telling you, it's a bargain. And that's why all these foreign investors are dumping their money into condos and houses, and they're coming here because they're looking at New York. A condo in New York is going to be $1,900 a square foot. In Toronto, we're just over 1,000. People are moving out of those cities because it's so expensive. Toronto is still growing population-wise year over year. And people have been talking about a crash. I can find you an article where people are talking about a Toronto crash from 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015. The same article gets published every single year. I'm not saying it's not going to happen or it will happen. When agents get their crystal balls out, we end up looking pretty dumb.
But I want to harp on at least this last point, which is, what are some things that people should avoid if they are in the process of saving up or in the process of wanting to buy, their first home? What should they make sure that they do not do to mess up that process?
Mm-hmm. Don't buy a car.
Don't finance. So don't get a new BMW?
Absolutely. Like, look, if you're years away, don't. Like, here's the thing. You know what? Buying in Toronto is not easy for anyone, and it comes with sacrifice. Okay. And you have to decide what's more important. Is buying this asset that is going to maybe change me, my family, my future family's life, and creating that generational wealth, is that important? Or is this BMW important?
So why shouldn't they buy a car? Explain that process. Why?
So the mortgage brokers, they're going to look at a depreciating asset that is extremely expensive, and it is going to kill your approval score. So, I mean, alternatively, you could sell the vehicle, go get pre-approved, buy a house, and then if you want to go buy it again after you buy the home, that's on you. But just know that financing a vehicle or any sort of like depreciating asset is really going to hurt your ability to purchase a home. Oh. And actually, one thing that I want to throw in there, if we're talking about, tips that can help you get into the market, a lot of people don't know, is that if you do get a property with a rental suite, say you're only approved for like $800,000, but if you find a home with a rental suite, a separate rental suite, the mortgage broker can potentially bump up your approval to say like $1 million, and you will actually, with the rental income coming from the secondary suite, your payments will actually be lower on the $1 million property than they will be on the, say, 800,000. I'm using rough numbers, but they could be. I've run into that quite a few times.
Guys, this has been such a great conversation. I thought we were going to be teaching our viewers something. You've actually taught me something, so I appreciate that. You did promise me you're going to come back on the show again?
Of course.
Yep.
All right, and then you're going to help me make even more money too, right?
That's what we do.
I love it. I love it. Jasmine, Demetri, thanks so much for joining us here on the Brandon Gonaz Show.
You're welcome, guys. Bye.
All right, take care, guys. All right, I mean, listen, it's real estate, right? It's a world that's so unknown to so many people, and trying to figure it out and the right timing, it's always gonna be difficult. But at the end of the day, it's still a hot topic, and the reality is, it's gonna continue being a hot topic. And if you purchase a home or a condo or whatever, it's probably gonna be one of the biggest purchases you ever make in your life. So you wanna make sure you're equipped with the right information. And I really hope this episode has helped with that, even a little bit. So let us know in the comment section what you think right now. In the meantime, remember, if you have any news stories you want us to check out or follow, email us, news@brandongonazshow.com, because throughout the week, we got news you can use. And here's the thing, it's the new 6 o'clock news, just in case you forgot. And just in case you didn't remember, next Sunday is our massive BG Show one-on-one with Canada's top doc, Dr. Teresa Tam. And I want to tell you right now, I'm gonna give you a little secret. It's a conversation that's for the books and that you will not see anywhere else. Hey BG Squad, we say this every single week. We love you for watching. We'll see you same place, same time.